Hey guys and morons. Alright, this is one of my Goodwill. This is Carpet Audio Goodwill finds. I stole this thing for pretty much $12.34. $12 for a Sony. It's called a Sony Explode 1200. I'll show you the top cover. And the reason I'm bringing these two amps out together is to show you that these companies knew that this heatsink was a design flaw. It was a problem. But there it is. This amp's dirty. It needs cleaning. But this is the XM 2002 GTR. Yep. It's a 2 or 1 channel amp. I think at two channels at 4 ohm, it does 200 watts per channel, and it does 250 per channel at 2 ohms. Bridge, you have to run it at 4 ohms, and it's 500 RMS, and I hate to tell you, it's going to do way more than 500 RMS. There's something very special about this amp that a lot of people didn't know about. You had to own them. You had to open them up. Nobody wanted to open them up. They didn't want to break their warranty, but I'm going to do it now because this cost me $12. You know what I'm saying? 12 bucks. This is the P4004. This is a 4 channel, so it's hard to compare these two as far as power goes, but I will tell you this. The 2 channel model that Rockford made of this particular amp cannot touch this. No, it's not even close, and I'm going to show you why just a second. But this was built in 2004. This is a 2006 model amplifier. This amplifier come out to basically compete with Rockford. That's what it was for. They wanted to compete with them and say, hey man, we can do the same thing. Rockford had a little bit nicer I'm going to say options as far as, well, not, they were kind of the same. I don't know. I can't say that the option, when I say options, I'm talking about the lighting up shit and whatever, like Steve Shelley Me does. That kind of stuff. The way Sony did theirs, they had, basically a simple LED system right here, or a lighting system, where this little cord right here would just light this up. I believe it was blue or red. Some of them are different. I can't remember which one this would be. This might be the blue one. I'm pretty sure this lit up blue, hence the blue. But you'll see this is the just clear lens. It would light up. When I clean this, it's going to look good. Yeah, it'll be right. And it had the same kind of cover that Rockford had, that would go like that. But this is actually plastic. They knew it didn't do any good as a heat sink, so they made it plastic with just aluminum on top, just to make it cheaper to make, because steel is not a heat sink. Steel, it's got to be aluminum or copper. All right, so you'll notice copper here. You'll notice aluminum. This is billet aluminum, guys. All solid billet right here. This is billet right there. That's billet blocks right there. No, this might be cast. Yeah, this is cast aluminum. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is cast. So they took cast aluminum right here and made cast aluminum blocks, which is still better than nothing. And it still has the aluminum here, just like this. So the Rockford had aluminum here. The Sony had aluminum. It's built the same way. If you look at this damn thing, it's the same thing. But they added aluminum bars. They're heavy. They added these for heating issues. All right. Now the reason this amplifier is a kick-ass amplifier is because it has the best Not number 2, not number 3, not number 4, 5, 6, 7, 100. It's got the best capacitors made in this amplifier. Yes. Period. That's my opinion, and that's a lot of people's opinion that know what the hell they're talking about. And I'm going to show you what brand that is. If you'll notice, this is 240s. If this is a 500 watt RMS amp at 4 ohms, it's going to do that all day long. That was a big thing with this amp. People could not believe the power that that little amp, well, it's not little, it's a big amp. They could not believe the power this amp would put out. I love the board, I love the layout, I love the white. It looks cool, it's clean, it's spread out, but it would get hot. And like I said, I told you how to fix those issues with this style of heatsink. Sony knew this was a bad heatsink, but they wanted to prove that they could help it out a little bit, and they did. But it would still get hot, and it would still go in a thermal shutoff. These wires are just, I just got to solder them back on that little piece over there, no big deal. But check these, well, first I'll let you see the board. Sony XM2002 GTR, okay? So this is a custom board for this amplifier. This is not for any other one. But check these caps out. These are badass, and don't ever forget this name, because this name is top of the line. This is the best you can get. Rubicon 50 volt 8200s. Guys, these ain't no play toys right here. This is some badass shit. These are built. This is the best. Period. That's the best. You want to know what capacitors are the best? You're staring at it right there. That is the best made capacitors in the world right there. That's my opinion. Other people can have different opinions, but I know what the hell I'm talking about, and that right there is the best. Rubicon right here. That's the best. So that's why this was so powerful, guys. The capacitance and the output these amps had was ridiculous for what they were. And the price back then was cheap. Hell yeah, cheap. Now if you find an amp like this, and I'm talking about one in really good shape, 500 and above, all day long. All day. And they'll get it too. But I'll let you see the bottom of it. And this is not made in China. No. It's made in Thailand. This is a great amp. But you'll notice a lot of similarities between this amp and the Rock Turd. Let me take the Rock Turd. I got to work on it. It's got the loose connections. But look at the Rock Turd. That looks real similar, don't it? Huh? Yep. But also, Sony put standoffs on so the amplifier would stand off a little bit. So this wasn't touching the carpet, basically. They gave you some standoffs and stuff, and it would mount these two together, and blah, 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 blah. And it would raise it up off the carpet a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this works good. I'm sure it does. I'll pull it apart. I'll have this all, I'm going to probably have this powder coated by Derek, and I know what color I'm going to do already. I already know what color I'm going to do, and it's going to be bad as hell. This will be one that I'm going to let him get funky with. I already know what I'm going to do with this. It's going to be cool. And I'm going to bring this bad boy back to life, this big dirty girl. And, I mean, the inside's clean. It's just, it just needs a little bit of TLC. But thought you'd like to see one of these, man, and why these are a good amp. Right there. You guys take care. Have a good day. Guys, find the stuff out here, man. This is $12. It's a Class AB amp, and yeah, this will run 16 volt, and you can run this in a new vehicle, a new build. it's going to be a cleaner sounding amp than the shit that's made today. This right here. And that, to be honest with you. Yeah. The stuff today is just not quality shit, man. It really isn't. I hate to keep saying that, but it's not. But you guys take care. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed some of my videos about these big overgrown crybabies crying all the damn time about they can't take the heat. They can push it out, but they can't take it, can they? No. They just can't. They got little man's disease. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a good day. See you.